are back for another HNL Tonight show, and Mr. ENORTAP ready to rock and roll this boxing glove. We just have a fight right now on the ice between the Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. Really, really disturbing right now because I need to look in the camera and the game is on my right side. I want to look about this, and then I have you in front of me. They have people in the chat, and it's too much at the same time, Mr. ENORTAP. Welcome back in the house.
That's okay.
Glad to see you with us tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. We are, Thursday night in North America. And we wish everybody welcome back in the HNL Tonight show. We have a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about a little bit the rookie cam around the league. But of course, the Montreal Canadiens, the game is right now live. And Montreal losing 4-3 about, 6 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to go. At the remaining 5:26 remaining of the game. And then we're going to talk about, we try to come back on the best move of season with the Eastern Conference tonight. This is what we have on the program at the end, the Frenchy quiz. And we know Mr. ENORTAP take the lead, the leaderboard. We're going to explain, we have a new rules in the Frenchy quiz. We want to mention this at the end. Mr. ENORTAP, don't forget to let me know about this one. We talk about Dilwith Smith, but the most important thing, we have a lot of people in the chat back in the house tonight. And welcome back, everybody. Thanks to be a part of the show. But Mr. ENORTAP, we have to, let me check something for you, Mr. ENORTAP. I want to be sure I have something here. Are you ready, Mr. ENORTAP?
Yes, I'm ready. What do you have to throw at me?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Nicolas de Goubi Bono. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nicolas.
Happy birthday to you.
Nicolas.
Happy birthday to you.
Nicolas.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nicolas de Goubi Bono, 16 years old. Congratulations, happy birthday, Mr. Nicolas. Nicolas has been with us, Mr. ENORTAP, over 3 years now with us. He missed not many shows. He's always been with us since we started this, and he's a great supporter. He started almost like 13 years old, and the evening, the morning, whatever he's free, he's at home. He does not play hockey. We go to school. He's always a big supporter of the Hockey National Show. So we just want to wishing him a happy birthday to Nicolas de Goubi Bono.
Way to go, Nicolas.
You know, it's all about Mr. ENORTAP. It's about families, about people. They carry on us every single night. They support the channel, and us. We are very happy to having them with us. We have a couple of people in the house. The moderator, Luciano Graziano, back in the house tonight.
Hey, Luch, how's it going?
And we have Chicago Bear fans 97 is in the house. Nice football is on. I don't know, Mr. ENORTAP. You can maybe helping me. Who is played tonight?
I believe it's good question.
All right. That's all right. No big deal. I'll just coming very soon. game winning goal hockey in the house tonight.
You caught me on guard.
Welcome back, Bobby. Bag of donuts. Our friend, Mr.
Bobby.
Did you get it now?
I'm looking for it.
All right. But NFL. Our friend Fernando Tabersnak is in the house tonight.
Welcome, Fernando. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs.
Mr. Fernando, Fern is his nickname. Fern is always great. He give us some great knowledge about the comments. Every video we make, he give us some great comments. So we just want to appreciate his support during the video we make. Mr. Fernando Tabersnak. I'm always thinking, you know, those kind of name like this, Fernando, just thinking about Fernando Venezuela for the Los Angeles Dodgers, one of the amazing great left pitcher in Major League Baseball many years ago. The Fernandos, the sombrero of the Los Angeles Dodgers with Tom Lazorta. But Nicolas is in the house talking about Tommy Lazorta. Carl Reed is in the house tonight.
How's it going, Carl? Welcome aboard.
I need to figure out something, Mr. Zap. I'm always big now in the screen, so I need to figure out. I need to push back the camera, but it is what it is. Danny T, the skipper, is in the house. It's not you, Mr. Zap. It's me. So,
hey, Danny.
Try to make another push at the end on that one over there. Yeah, but a lot of noise behind me. I don't know what's going on underwater, but there's a subject. And Mr. Vinny James Bond 007 is in the house. Welcome back, Vinny. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight.
007, welcome aboard.
And we have more likes because Bobby Bagadonats just signed up now under the Grenier. Welcome back, Mr. Roger. Everything like that.
Bobby!
And happy birthday, Nicolas. They probably wish him a happy birthday. That's great to see that. People are very nice. Directly from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Khaled and Dan Asham are back in the house tonight.
Dan? How's it going, Dan?
Another moderator of the Hockey Nation Live Show, directly from Utah, number one friend of Los Angeles King. We call him Ron with Kings 20.
Welcome, Ron.
And we have Renault back in the house tonight. Welcome to be a part of the show tonight. Start have a 6 months bet. He has the same Robinson. Should he do a 30 down, but not allow Renault. They're not going to do that. I cannot go on my screen right now because I'm watching hockey, but I expect possible they have a long-term injury reserve at some point. I need to look about this honestly, and don't expect. I don't believe Mr. ENORTAP is going to give him a long-term contract for Jason Robinson. I expect him a little bit British contract like Matthew Barzell, about 3 years contract.
Yeah, I think it's possible, yeah. I think it's the wiser thing to do for him as well.
Yeah, I think they will wait one more year before that one over there for sure.
Yeah.
1 week, Kings 20. Fun fact of the day, Joe Malone is the only player to score 7 goals in the game. He would have been 8, but he was called offside. Do you think, Mr. When they called this offside, they called Toronto? Do you think they've used the video?
No.
No?
Not in those days.
No?
Not in those days.
Okay. I was just curious they use that kind of system over there. Maybe the iPad was already existing in 1927. But, the only one have running that at that time, it was only Danny. Danny have an iPad, but it was for the fishing. Go to fish. You put the iPad in the water, they can see all the fishing go around the snack. But that's a subject for another time. Thanks so much, Ron with King, for this fun fact. Always a pleasure having your fun fact of the day. Joe Malone, 7 goals. Many of them score 6 goals, by the way. But another one. And wake up, buddy, back in the house. Wake up, buddy.
Welcome aboard.
20 seconds. We have a timeout right now on the game. And Luciano said the Charger and the Chief tonight. What do you put your money on it tonight, Mr. ENORTAP?
I took the Chiefs today.
All right.
I think they're losing.
I will give you over 4 touchdowns for Pat Mahomes or exact.
Under. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game than we think.
Yeah, Chargers are pretty good, right?
Yeah. They're both very good teams. Very good teams.
I still go with exact tonight, Mr. ENORTAP.
Okay.
Talking about the exact, what about the exactly? Mr. Roger Delany is in the house tonight.
Roger, the master, welcome.
And Stu Pizzo! Boston Bruins is in the house tonight.
Oh, coach.
Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. We wait for him. He got it. 9:03, second quarter. The Chargers take the lead 10-7 over the Chiefs. RJ Calabro Sport.
Way to go, RJ. Uh-oh. Looks like it's over.
No. I have 15.5, but now they leave the second goal. I don't know what's going on. the clock never stopped. 9.3 right now. They have to fix the clock, no?
I
They,
think it
they
was
missed
13
about
and
5-6 seconds behind that.
yeah, they did.
Wow.
13 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's like 9.3 right now.
Yeah.
Fire! Block shot. The puck go outside. That's it. That's all, Mr. ENORTAP. This is
That's
over.
it. It's over.
And the Montreal lose the first like they did last year. They lose all the time. They did again tonight. About that one over there. So we're going to go.
Bedard, here we come, Bedard.
That is coming in the house, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me go back here on my YouTube on my this screen so I can be where I'm supposed to be, and that'll be helping me to follow everything what's going on around. So give me everybody a break for about 10 seconds. Here we go.
All of last year, I kept saying, "Here comes right, the right thing to do," and then we didn't even end up getting right.
Yeah. We're going to get Michikov. That's the subject for the time about this one of that. And Mr. Stratic, welcome in the house.
Hey,
Another reporter de
Stratic.
Hockey Nation Live Show. Stratic,
How are you, buddy?
happy Thursday, happy thankful day, Mr. Stratic. Thanks to be with us tonight. And then let's go Charger for a run about this. Kiru and Susley deal put the Robinson price higher.
That's a good question, Renaud. I think it put him in the right neighborhood, but that's why I believe that he will not get an 8-year contract at this point. I think that Dallas has to figure that out, and for now they'll probably give him, I suspect, maybe a 2 or 3 year bridge, maybe, and then go from there and hopefully get a little bit higher than these two.
I think Dallas don't want to give too much right now. They learn from Ben and they are a little bit struggle there. So that's the reason they not sign back at Kleinberg with the team. So I don't see this, Renaud. But you're right. I think for me, Robinson better to Kiru, not better to Suzla à long term. Are you still there? I got
I'm here.
Okay, I just got something like the string quality was lower, so I don't know what's going on with the internet.
We were frozen for a while, I believe.
So I just got something there, but we are back now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So anyhow, I still Robinson better to Kuro. Susla is going to be better to Robinson a long term, but he's signed at 20 years old, so Robinson is about 22, I believe. So overall, I expect just a bridge contract from Robinson, Renaud. I don't see anything else about this. Miss Kelly back in the house. Welcome back. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Hey, Kelly. How's it going?
You Blue Jays got destroyed tonight.
That's okay. We won 3 out of 5. So.
All right. So, always a positive side of this one over there. So what they are in the standing, by the way?
Right now, we are a game and a half ahead, I believe, of Tampa Bay in second place.
Oh, yeah? I thought it was behind, but that's good to hear that.
No. Yeah, we're ahead.
Awesome about this. 21 likes so far. Thanks so much for the update, Mr. RJ. I tried to figure out this right now.
Mr. RJ.
No, I tried to get this one over there. I feel like we have 58 people in the chat, by the way. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you for the show.
That's good.
Moderator Jose Duarte is in the house. Welcome back. Tell us a little bit more about the game 4-3. The Buffalo just beat the Montreal Canadiens. A little bit, give an impression about the game, and maybe some player impress you, some player did not thinking you should be better. And what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of it, Coach. I thought they definitely were competitive throughout the entire game. I thought their defense overall wasn't bad at all. I know that there were a couple big mistakes that were made from a defensive perspective, but overall, I thought that they played a good game. I love the size that they have out there. They've got a few players that are, anywhere between 6'2" to 6'7" as well. So that's been great. One of the things I found was, at least personally, I thought with Slavkovsky, it looked like he was trying a little bit too hard. He was trying to force plays. A couple times he tried to skate himself through four players of Buffalo. Those are things, part of the learning process. I understand that. But he does look quick. He loves to go in front of the net. So those are good signs. A couple times he had to come back defensively, and it looked like he wasn't going to catch the forward, but he did on the back check. Owen Beck looked very impressive to me. Made very, very good decisions. He scored a goal, I think the third goal of the game as well. So he looked good to me. Philip Mazar wasn't too bad. On defense, Barron comes as advertised, very solid, doesn't make many mistakes. I liked the combination of Harris and Trudeau. They seem to hold their own. Arbor Jackeye made a few mistakes because I think he gambled a little bit too much, and he's got to learn that in the NHL it's hard to recover if you make a mistake. It's not like the minors. So overall, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it's encouraging to see the quality of players that are coming up in the system.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about this. I think Norlander did pretty good. Of course, this is Norlander could become the wild card. I think not many people talk as a brigade defensive the way he can be, because I really believe he's really the kind of player Martin Saint-Louis is looking for. Transition, move the puck, great passing, could play in power play, by the way. And but nobody talked a lot because his injury got last year and the last 2 years and make him maybe behind Justin Barron or Harris and Kenan Coley. But I think Norlander can have a lot of, he checked a couple of box of Martin Saint-Louis, and it'll be interesting to watching him because with no injury, this kid can play at the same level like maybe Barron at some point if he can elevate a little bit his game. But I really like his play today. For me, Mezak, Simoneau have a good first two period. Philippe Mézard, you can see how talented he is overall. And Mézard was surprised him. He did not use him on the power play. They used Riley Kidney on the power play. Tourny, some flash. And, the defensive on Montreal on that game a little bit better, but again, struggle overall. To perform, to make a little bit more goal. I think they try so much pass the puck, and they should shoot the puck or whatever it is. But I like the game. I enjoy it, and it's that's what it's all about, the rookie camp, right? To see what they look like, everything like that. Safley, Brent Francis, and Davidson, they try the best. I think they have a better second half of the game, that four line overall.
Yeah.
And but again, like at the beginning, it was really Sarkowski, Mazar, and Riley Kidney. It'll be interesting if I was use Kidneys under the line and put Wowen back with them. There'll be something I maybe follow up for sure. So game number 2 for them will be tomorrow night, Friday night. Again, the New Jersey Devil Prospect. And again, we're going to follow up for sure. Why, coach, you don't do the description of the game? Because it's very hard to, the clock and the people, the number, and it's not like chatting. I think it will be more things will happening. And I think it's not really on this point. It's possible game number 3 Sunday night, Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m. But otherwise, I don't think so. I'm going to do the description of the game tomorrow. We invite everybody. Don't forget the HABS brunch Sunday morning, every Sunday at 11 o'clock. With back again, Karen Hines for the Hockey Boss will be with us. And Mr. Notap, the last 24 hours, we know we have some problem internet here in Thailand, and I have to skip a show 24 hours ago. And but what amazing, great performance of Michael DiVillano talking about the Detroit Red Wings. Was great to be back with Michael. We've been there for over more like 18 months together, every day, Monday to Friday at the morning show together. And I think we work hard, and we work great together. And I was mentioning him yesterday how much I miss him to make show with him, and he's going to be back. We have a good news. Michael Devino is going to be back more often with the Hockey National show on different other role inside this Hockey Nation team we're going to be building right now. And Mr. Notap, for the next 10 days, we have a lot of people coming in the house as a guest. We're going to talk about the Jet, the Hurricane King, the Flame, the Oilers, the Wild. We got over like 6-7 guests right now waiting in the line to be part of the Hockey Nation show. Really busy next week. I expect 3 or 4 guests going to be with us talking about their team and the upcoming season. So I think we'll be great.
Don't forget the Maple Leafs, eh?
Don't forget we have a special guest at the end of the month. Liam McGuire. Liam is a great recognized as a big writer, wrote a couple of books and really involved with hockey, national hockey, and the Ottawa area. Liam's going to be with us talking about this September 28th is going to be the day where the Canada beat the Russia, the Summit Series 1972. He's going to be with us, a special edition of the Hockey National show on this event 15 years ago. And why not him? Because he's been a part of many old players at that time and interviewing them. So it'll be really interesting to have Liam with us. And I'm very, really happy. I want to give credit for Kevin Francis and Karen Hans that gave us all the kind of opportunity to meet other people who want to join our show. So I just want to sharing this with you, Mr. ENORTAP. So very excited. We said year number 3 is a turnover of a channel. We're going to create more space for the guests, and that's what's happening. And it's just the beginning. I can wait to our full year with the year number 3. And of course, this show cannot be without you. You are the captain of this show, the HNLTONIGHT show. Thanks to be with us, Mr. ENORTAP. So are you done to talk, Mr. Coach? It's time to talk to something else. Anything else you want to add, Mr. ENORTAP?
After that, no, there's nothing else to add.
All right.
You hit everything.
Danny is quiet right now.
No, but I'll tell you, Coach, it was great to see Michael back on with you yesterday. I know it came out early this morning, the video, so it was an interesting discussion about Detroit and their prospects. They look like a team that's definitely going to make some noise this year. Unfortunately, I don't believe that they can make up that much of a gap to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, me too.
That's my only concern, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were like 30 points.
It's about 27, 28, but yes, it's about 30 points, yeah.
But I suspect they'll be within, 10 to 15 points away this year.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to reach close to 90 points this season. I would not be surprised to get that one. I think that that division is a strong one, but more closer what we think they are. Last season was more about 4 teams, and then the 4 other team at the bottom was really bad. Like, part of that, like they was not cannot compete with the top of the 4. And I think this year will be like maybe 7 of them will be very close, and maybe Montreal can maybe steal some game to make that division better overall. So it'll be interesting to follow, I'm sure. But Michael knows his stuff about Detroit. We talk about the many prospects. And can I tell you a secret, Mr. ENORTAP?
Please.
It's getting closer. Possible the morning show's coming back. What was not supposed to be a morning show. Michael Devino possibly become the host of this show minimum 3 times per week at the beginning of the October. So glad that Michael could maybe run that show. So a lot of people here like to have the morning show like Yamo, because the time frame for him is really good for him. So possibly Michael Devino run the show at the morning show. Coach, will you be there? No. I will be there sometime, but not all the time. I need to sleep, Mr. ENORTAP. This is my time. I go to bed at 11 p.m. at the evening, and I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, so I cannot be at every show. But Michael, he knows how you run the show, and glad to have him. So we expect this. We still a couple of logistics to talk about this with Michael, and he's going to run the NHL report team, the Detroit Red Wings all year long. So glad to have Michael with us more. So let's move on now. A couple of questions here, Mr. ENORTAP. with the league making easier to score goal, do you think it will see somebody either tie Malone 7 or hit goal?
Actually, I was going to say that before. There's certain records which have endured the longevity test. I don't think we'll ever see anybody break Sittler's 10 points in a game. Like there's certain records that even the 92 goals by Gretzky, those kind of records will be hard to break. And I don't see anybody getting 8 goals. I think the NHL has become much bigger, and the space on the ice is very limited. There's a lot of good checking going on, back checking as well. That to score 8 goals to break Malone's record, I mean, it'd have to be a special night and a special person to do that.
It's a one record, Mr. Nata, will be hard to build, to beat, right? And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, remember, always everything is possible. It could happen,
Of course.
but the chance happening is a little bit. It would be a little bit longer time. I don't see this could happen right now. The way, like you just said, the size, the way the hockey is played right now, it's just the guy have to be like 7 shot, 7 goal, and I was going to say that it depends who is at the net to open and tip. I'm not going to mention any name.
Zamboni driver. You can always put a Zamboni
something like that.
driver.
But we have Marco Larrabee back in the house.
Hey, Marco. Welcome aboard.
Co-host of the HABS branch every Sunday morning. And Mr. Jerry from Sweden back in the house tonight.
Hey, Jerry. How's it going?
He's right, Mr. Nortap. Fun to watch the game. I think everybody, over 26,000 people, Mr. Nortap, watch a rookie camp game. Unbelievable. Yeah. Only in Montreal could happen about this one of them. Do we miss Ellen? Danny said,
I didn't see it, Ellen.
Wow, welcome back, Ellen. Hi. I don't know. I did not see Ellen at all.
I didn't either.
If she's back, welcome back in the house, Ellen. Directly from St. John, Newfoundland. I don't know. Maybe Danny is dreaming right now. Who knows about that? One of that. Don't forget to click on the like. And don't forget to put the letter Q if you have any question. And we have 32 likes so far. GF Bert is in the house. Yep. I agree with you, GF, about those names you just mentioned to you. Like I said, Jackar have a great game today overall. Again, it's going to be like this all year long, Mr. Nortap. Mistake after mistake, and they have to learn, and that's the way to develop players, Mr. Nortap, anyway. So great comment, GF, about your players. If you not tell us a bit, if you watch the game, give us your impression. We're going to talk about your impression. That'd be great if you don't mind to get that one over there. A question for Luciano. Coach, can you do a show where you up and the other time make a list for you top 3 underdog team for this season? No argue, hello, about this one there for you top
then
3.
That's not fun. That's not fun, Luciano.
Yeah,
we have to argue.
First of all, great question, Luciano. Secondly, the beginning of October, guys, the warm-up show is coming back. And we're not going to start only in the NHL, but going to have a couple of nights where it's all about the warm-up show, Mr. Nortap. At the beginning of October, it's about the prediction in NHL. So they're going to go those kind of questions, Luciano. And honestly, don't just ask those kind of questions. That's what we like to do. And we're going to respond to you. Of course, that'd be great to have that kind of conversation with us. Robert Allen is in the house.
Yeah, I agree, Robert. He looked good with his rushes. It's just that a couple times he did get caught, and it's very difficult. He's learning that in the NHL, it's very difficult to make that loss up. So I suspect it's something that's very, very coachable and that he'll adjust to it very quickly. But he did have a good game. He looked good.
To watching him last year at the camp, and now watching here today, he's completely another different player. Like the confidence he believes on himself, the way he takes chance, the way he really know the play better. His skating is backward, his crossover is so much better. And you can see have some other asset I didn't see last year. The passing more strong, and you can see he's a big guy on the ice. So great stick. And I don't want to compare him on the Simpson stuff, but it reminds me a lot of the way Chris Pronger played in NHL, like the stick, right? The puck, the stick, always controlling his stick. I really like what I see from him this today. Around him is he's get beat because he's opened up too much the space of the eyes on the cap control one. So when you go to readjust that, but he did not get beat a 1-versus-1 most of the time. And if you go around him, you have to be a great skater with speed, because with his arm out and the stick, it's give you almost like 9 feet out. So it's not easy to go around him for sure. And if coming on the entrance zone, you better to put your head up, because the train is coming fast. And if he pinch you, you're going to get some star around. But overall, very great performance. I agree with you about this. Ice Jester is back in the house.
Welcome, Ice.
Owen Beck is another one.
Yeah. Owen Beck
I know people laugh at me. Owen Beck for me is the next Philippe Dano 2.0 for the Montreal Canadiens. You're going to love this kid, a two-way player. It's not a Patrice Bergeron, but it's a prototype of Patrice Bergeron. When I said that, great on already and face-off, great defensive zone coverage, really smart, read the play, and those kind of players are not usually fast. What I'm talking about is that because the position they are on the ice, they cover so much well, so the speed is not the dominator of the players. They really know where to go and read the play and how the play is developed. That's how the intelligent or the hockey sense of the player, how they make a better players. And that's what is already there. Owen Beck, a great student at school, and a great hockey player is going to have. It's a player, when a Montreal Canadiens going to be happy to draft him as the 33 overall pick. And he could be a first round pick overall. But look, he's going to get now another year with OHL. But a player you're going to like a lot. And don't be surprised if he get an invite to go to Team Canada World Junior Champions. Let's say he will make it, but it's a player to follow up a lot closely, because he's, Montreal Canadiens mentioned Mr. ENORTAP, 200 feet. That's the right play to play hockey. It's a 200 feet now the game. And Owen Beck used that eyes all the way on Fenway. So what a goal he did. The third goal in Montreal Canadiens today on the breakaway. You can see that kind of explosive he got. He's not a bad skater. But what I'm talking about is that hockey sense is really what is making him his French versus other players in the OHL for sure.
Yeah, he's very mature for his age, coach, and you could tell he's very cerebral. He thinks the game out very well, and he plays his angles very smartly.
And which number he wear?
62, I think.
Who was number 62?
You got me. I don't know who.
So when you don't know those stuff, turn around, look at all your picture. Maybe you're going to find this number.
I have too many. Look over
it's
the place.
Lekanen, Mr. ENORTAP.
Oh, Lekanen. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a kind of player similar, right?
I told you. My numbers, sometimes I forget.
Marco said, I know it's Barron's first game in the Wild, but still looked like KB Bambi on skate. I was really impressed by Barron at the third period. He stepped up more, controlled the play better, and I'm not worried about Barron for me. No. Listen, he came back from an injury at the end of the year, but you can see at the third period, he stepped up a little bit better, control the puck, and he makes some pushing on the transition. So I'm not worried about Justin Barron, Marco. I know you don't like him, but he's going to be a good hockey player in NHL as the defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. Barron was ordinary. Ajax played well better in every aspect. But again, like I mentioned, Jack is more about his defensive gave away 2 versus 1 overall. About that, Harris play a smart game. Say play knows what coach
Yes,
are looking for. I agree with you about this one. It's always
absolutely.
been that way, Harris. You're not going to get a lot of the flashy play of Harris. He's not like a guy, but he's always consistency on his play.
Consistent. Yes,
And that's what for
yes.
me is really what I like from Jordan Harris. The defensemen, I think, they have a couple of shots for Albert, Trudeau, Harris, Barron today. They hit a lot the middle of the stomach of the goaltender today. You're good. Listen, game number 1. So what I liked was how many players
One way to
carrying the
go.
puck and do their offensive zone. So it's called Robert. Great to be with us, Robert. Transition of the game, right? We talk about that kind of game we're looking for. You're absolutely right about Lay. If it's not Mezak, it was Simono. If not Simono, it was Kitney. It's not Kitney. It was Sapkowski. It's not him. It was Mezar. Or when I can go all the way like that. The defensive player jump on the play a lot. They support a lot the forward. How many times you see a defenseman behind the goal line, the Tourigny, the Iris over there, Baron been there, so you can see that kind of defenseman we built in Montreal versus Marc Bergeron was built more on the muscle and on the house defenseman. Of the same. Another is amazing deception, smart along the board for a smaller guy. You have so right, Marco. His skating is very well. Of course, another player with smart hockey sense. Honestly, he's smooth. Yeah, absolutely right
He's
about
not
this one
that,
over there. And
and he's
Mr.
not that
Nortap,
small though. He's 6 foot. He's a
yeah,
good size for
yeah,
defenseman. Not bad.
exactly. And the other thing I would say to you, imagine, guys, Lane Hudson. I'm telling you right now, Lane Hudson
He
right now,
grew.
if you compare
He
all the
grew an inch
defensemen we
this
have
summer.
Montreal, that's better to our Harris and Norlander on transition game and moving the puck. So if you see Tourigny, you like Tourigny today, it's better to Tourigny. Just give you an idea of what Lane Hudson is
Yeah,
going to be. Now, look like Mr. Nortap, he takes some note. What happening to Lane Hudson, Mr. Nortap?
he grew an inch this summer.
How he get this? He's swimming more? What he's doing? Like they stretch
Who
him?
knows? I mean,
How can you get an inch just like that?
well, at the end of the day, we have to remember that these are kids, right? They're anywhere from 17 to 19 years old, and some have later growth spurs. There's a couple players on the team that really bulked up this summer in terms of not just physicality, but also they put on some weight. I think Arbor himself put on 20 pounds.
Hey, Mr. Stavkovsky.
Um, and right, exactly.
Cooley got
So
6 pounds, I believe, overall
and
about this. So
these are the things that we're forgetting as well. Like if you put on that amount of weight, which for the kind of physical action that they want to partake in, it also changes your style a little bit. It has to, because it slows you down a little bit, and you need to now know when to jump into a play, and if you misjudge it, can you recover? So as the games go on, guys like Arbor will not be making those kind of mistakes. Plus, you look at guys like Harris. I thought he was very, very consistent tonight. Like you said, he's not flashy, but you know that you're going to get the same consistent game out of him for 60 minutes for sure.
do you
So those are the
believe
things to look for.
Stavkovsky example, like, is it like the gain of the weight? Is it like poutine or protein?
I think from what I read, most of the weight it was put on from the waist down, because
Okay. So
apparently
now
he
poutine
looks
go up. So it's
no
not poutine.
no
Okay.
no.
Okay.
They said he looks like an oak tree now.
Okay.
So
So you have
he
no
has a big
relate
trunk.
with Bobby Bagadonas with the beignet, of course, right?
I'm trying to turn it into a serious
Okay. Sorry.
conversation here.
I like it. I like it. By the way,
That's okay.
breaking news, Mr. Nortap. The Los King signed the defenseman Sean Dorsey a 2-year contract at AAV of 0.7. A great signature. I think
Awesome.
Sean Dorsey fit well in this organization. We know with so many injuries last season with the King last year, he picked up more opportunity as a TOI with the Kings after True Doughty and Walker got injured. And him and is it Sample Jesus, I cannot remember. What is another center defenseman for the lesson can step up? Sample?
Ron would probably know.
Let me cut right there. Is not on the list right now. What is he?
Probably still on the minor list, if I'm not mistaken.
Spence. I'm sorry, Jordan Spence. So I apologize. I know we were starting with an S, but I did not know about this one over there. So, great selection for Thursday. He's going to fight for his spot. He's only 23 years old. So great to have him with returning with the Los Angeles King. I know the team is not up. We're going to talk about the next couple of days for sure about this one over there. And talking, we cannot, without the season start, mention him because he's always a part of the Hockey Nation Show. Great member, supporter of the Hockey Nation Show. Big Sir Dixon Automobile Group.
Hey, Dixon, how are you?
I agree with ENORTAP. Beck play well, look good with Eneman. Eneman is a player with that. Mr. Roger Nuno Ab, welcome aboard. Have a great night.
Hey, Roger, how's it going?
Mr. Luc Lafortune is back in the house. Have to have an appeal in that game because too many HLDAG players. But I gave friends look what they look like compared to other players. One player for the Buffalo Sabres was really good. I think it was Matthew Savoie, drafted by them this year at the NHL draft. Savoie showed a bit more some offensive side, very smart players, moved the puck very well. You can see on the power play for the Sabres, he was really active with the puck. And Montreal have 0-3 on power play. Honestly, that's not a problem they have already. Good night, Roger. Kelly will be back happy. Rick Bungle. Rick, welcome back. I feel like...
Welcome, Rick. Jack High. I love all these different spellings.
Jack, yeah. I don't know. Do you see him the best defenseman?
No, he wasn't. I don't believe he was the best one. Like I said, I saw at least a couple of mistakes that he made out there. But you know what? I'm not going to hold that against them right now.
Not at all.
It's one game. This is the first time that they've had this many shifts that they've played together. It's way too early.
Of course,
but at least you mentioned earlier, Coach, that as a group, the philosophy that's instilled in them and the way they drafted is coming through. And that's, we're seeing size, we're seeing ability to skate, we're seeing ability to play the 200-foot game. So those are the encouraging things that you really want to go on.
Yeah, absolutely right about this. Great comments. And again, when he does some highlights, right? A big hit and a big play right there. Yeah. That's what he is. And that's what you recognize the most. You remember the most during the game. But you're right about this. Overall, you have a good game. Luke said Liam will win the quiz. We know Liam is wrote book about quiz. So it'll be interesting to look about... we're going to ask a couple of questions about the Summit Series for sure. All excited for today's great guest. Thanks so much. William McClary back in the house tonight.
Hey, William.
Celtic said, I missed the morning show. Yeah, it's coming very soon. No rest for Coach Stu. Yeah. We'll see. Michael Rock, Danny said. And Michael said he was missing the group, by the way, so I can wait to see him to be back. Last NR or KK, we break the Malone record 9 goal against Montreal. About this one over there. Happy for what? Lucky. I'm out of the messenger. Okay. Oh, I don't know. They are a team bad enough to allow a goal to one guy. That's what the biggest thing about this was here earlier. Honestly, Danny, I did not see Ellen on the chat, but glad to see her. Although she's doing well. Ellen doing well. Big fan of the Montreal Canadiens. So I don't know, Mr. Natat, what you said?
I said we'd like to welcome her back if indeed she was here and is here.
Yeah. 10-7, Mr. Undertap at the halftime. So I think you'll be all right for his touchdown about this. If you watch Jack I or AK, I don't know, Jesus, the people playing America Cup, he does have an ability because his pinch remind of Chariot about this Marco. Yeah, it's a great compare about this one over there.
Comparison.
And il est de retour avec nous. Wesh is in the house.
Hey, Wesh, how's it going?
Back in the house from Denver, Colorado, number one friends of Colorado Avalanche, Steve G. Sawagdi Grab.
Welcome, Steve.
Beck knows where he is at. Great point about this one over there. 46 like, Mr. ENORTAP. How is my Jordan Harris doing? What do you think about his performance tonight?
Like I said, I thought it was very consistent, very smart. He doesn't get caught out of play. He doesn't have the greatest of speed, but he makes up with it in terms of how he uses the angles and cuts off offensive players. Very, very intelligent. I was impressed for.
He did pretty good overall. You're absolutely right about this. Alex Marcel, welcome aboard. Yes, the game is over, Alex. And
hey,
we
Alex.
are back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Nicholas Lawn for Finland, Sweden.
Hey, Nicholas, how's it going?
Yeah, I think he's right about this. I think Beck and Eamon play well, like Mezak with Simoneau and Mezar Sapkowski. Will be interesting who's going to be not play tomorrow. It will be on the ice. But will be interesting about this.
We'll see our friend tomorrow.
Coach, a lot of angry fans regarding the RFC logo on the RF jersey. Thought from you and ENORTAP.
We're gonna disagree. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I let you the coach. So I always liked the first answer from you first.
Yeah, I understand what the league is moving towards, but a couple things kind of disturb me. Is the fact that it's on the jersey itself. The jerseys, for me, I'm very old school. I think that they should remain clean the way they are or were, anyways. If you want to advertise, I'm not against the advertising, but maybe put the advertising on the helmet, put it on the boards, like we see in a lot of international hockey. I mean, even lower, if you want to put it on the pants, that's fine too. But I think the jersey's sacrilegious to me, and it should remain exactly as it is.
That's it.
Your turn. Your turn.
I'm completely not. No, just kidding. I listen. $6 million, 5.6, 5.5, $6 million per deal per year. 5 years, I believe, so 3 years, maybe more, right?
But you know, one thing though, Coach, today, and I'm not sure I read this correctly, but apparently it's not mandatory for all teams. Is that true?
No. It's not mandatory. They are allowed to do it, but not. The Edmonton Oilers said no.
Right, exactly.
So it's all depends of the owners, something like that. But the Oilers maybe get $1 million. Montreal got $5-6 million. I don't know how many teams are going to get that kind of money to get the patch on the jersey. And I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you what you said. And it's like a Trésor, the jersey, Montreal Canadiens, like a Chicago, Rangers, Boston, everything like that. But unfortunately, that's what we at. And that's why, for me, I have to accept that. Is it looking great? No. Is it what I want? No. But that's what it is now. And that $5 million, $6 million may be pushed on the, development, everything like that. And it is what it is. And but again, I have to accept this. But if you said, what do you think? If you have a choice, I would say no. I would prefer to have a clean jersey. And there are other ways, like you mentioned, you can put that logo somewhere else and to do something with that. But this is the new ways now. It's like the captain, like someone the captain should speak French, or the coach. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we are. It's like 2022. It's not what for me. I don't leave. You know what? I'm lucky to see about 4, 5, 6, 7 Stanley Cup in my life. Well, I can remember like barely some of them, right? But I don't stuck with Cournoyer, Lapointe, and Lafleur in my head. I move on where we at. I cannot compare that time. They make this have my passion about hockey, but that's what we are in 2022. And you know, those teams struggled during the COVID to stay alive and to make us as a fan to have to be entertaining during the time. Many of us have struggled with LT or health or financially, everything like that, and they go through this. The NHL gave us that possibility. So for me, so you know what, it is what it is. But again, if you ask, like you said, I would not do it. I
Not
would
on the
just
jersey. Just don't do it on the jersey. I don't disagree with you. I think they could use the money. Just put it somewhere else. Put it on the helmet. Put it on the boards. Put it on the ice if you want. But I don't know.
maybe on the UP
Jersey,
jersey.
or at least don't go RBC. If you have to put something there, put Bank of Montreal. That's appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely about this one. There, Chicago give us a game for tomorrow. Looks at Jacky should play like Harris play save.
He will. He will at some point. But it's a different type of set of skills that he has versus Harris.
Yeah, I agree with you about this one there. Remind us a lot of Romanov at the beginning. Where Romanov, he was trying to hit a lot and missing the players, or he was got caught because the bad coverage in the zone. But what was the HABS score tonight? 4-3 Dan for the Buffalo Sabres. Mézard, Owen Beck score for the Montreal Canadiens. Who is the number 3? The next one, Mr. ENORTAP?
I believe Beck, the Candata score?
I'm sorry?
Condata?
No,
Did Lucas Condata? Henneman, right? Yeah.
Emil Henneman scored the first goal of the game. Great goal, by the way, by the Montreal on PK. Stavkovsky still the puck back to Mézard. Mézard top shell. Top corner. Not that would be a star in this country in Sweden. Look, like Fortson said. It's sad, look, unfortunately, but possible. I like Barron, but I see Arbor play better que Barron. Jack look better. The Barron, but look great. Element look good. Here we go from Rick Banner. I lost my weight, coach, because I was eating too much. Stavkovsky will need to be more careful to keep his heads up cutting to the middle of the ice, and the shot defender will eat him for a breakfast. About this one.
Good point.
His first initial got a goal and they score on him. About this, Harris was solid for big ball. Thank you so much. For the record, it's not that I don't like Barron. Just think he need one more year in American Hockey League. About this one there. He is 18 Marco. 48 likes. Natal legs. Sometimes people give us some strange pose legs. Maybe talk about Martin St. Louis. Who knows? About this, RJ Sport, what was the score on the HABS game today? You know, it was confirmed. LA stole jersey from the leave. Rick Bengal said about Sean Bersey. Thanks. Look, I know getting used to smaller rink. I just hope they show him that tape. Very dangerous. Joseph Phillips back in the house. Did Cody play, Mr. ENORTAP?
Joseph, no. Unfortunately, he didn't play tonight. But look for him tomorrow.
Is it not on the list to play tomorrow night?
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah?
I think he is.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, the lineups tonight, they had Norlander with Barron, and then they had Trudeau with Harris, and the third pairing was Jack, with Tourigny. Yeah, those were the
each
three
and a couple of times he's lined up anyway, but yeah, absolutely right about this. There are 3 new players coming tomorrow night. One of them is Cooley, and then the kid from the NCAA play with Nick Ziski, a defenseman over there. Santa Moore, whatever his last name. I don't have it in front of me right now.
Santino,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is Johnny Fairbrother playing tomorrow?
Yeah, Gianni playing tomorrow night. Yeah, Mayu and Joshua were out for injuries at the moment. Yeah, I agree, but he was playing and a non-lethal game, Marco. All right. And 50 likes, congratulations. Don't forget, Coach, one big fight tonight. Yeah. Is it Cadonta?
Yeah, he handled himself well.
Yeah, he did pretty good. You can see he have some experience in hockey in the American Hockey League. You can see he was pretty good. Jack I will give a lot of black eyes from Luc. Great job, Chuck. We hit 50. Thanks so much. Carol, finally we have a queue, Mr. Notap. Hey, Coach Notap, do you think Montreal Canadiens should go out and make some more trade, or should they stick with what they have already? Have it. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much, Carl. Great question. Mr. Notap, start with you again.
Well, I think that they're going to make some moves, whether I still think something is in the works to try to get an experienced right-handed defenseman, a veteran that will come in and sort of help the younger kids along, just like Edmondson, Savard are probably going to be doing. Whether that'll be done through a trade or maybe they're going to wait and see what's on the waiver. They might go that route. And then during the course of the year, I anticipate things will have to happen, especially around trade deadline time. Like there's some contracts that they want to get rid of. So expect guys like maybe Armia, or if Drouin is having a good year, you might see him going. Hoffman, for sure, I believe, is on his way out. I mean, the big discussion right now, the rumor that was going around was Hoffman going to Edmonton for
Dyson Barrie.
Dyson Barrie, right. So that may or may not happen, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
For me, Carl, I don't see any change. I think they will use what they have already for the Montreal Canadiens. Because they can play the carousel over there. If not, the biggest problem they have right now is to figure out, okay, what we do with forward. If ever we don't have, like they have 16 forward and they cannot start. They're talking about, usually it's a 13, 8, and 2 goalie. That's the roster normally. Right. They try to go 14. So 14 becomes 7 and 2. And then some talk about 15 and 6. Now, if they do that, they have to pay Schoenemann to be on the waiver at some point. And so
that's not
I don't see any trade as a Montreal Canadien for upcoming now. If they have a deal where it makes sense to them, they will. But I don't see add more defensemen because they have too many anyway, and they maybe want to give a chance to Nylander, Cooley, Harris, and Barron. And they already, that's 4 of them, and they already 5 of with included with Schoenemann and their list. So you have, you know what I mean? So they are really, really tied up on the defense. On the forward, they have too many forward over there. So maybe they're going to put like Pesada back down. They will put him on the waiver. And they have too many waiver. I think he will slip. Possible Barron go on the waiver. Possible he slip because at the beginning of the year, Mr. Nota, you have so many players in NHL on the waiver list. They let it go. And Barron at 3.4, I don't see a team can pick it up him and add away at the end. Montreal, if they want to give a spot for Slavkovsky or RHP or Allen, they will have to open up some door. But I don't see anything else. He will not give any forward to anybody. He just can repeat this constantly during the press conference.
Yeah, you're right.
And Pierre Martin back in the house.
How's it going, Pierre?
Hi, everybody. Just listening. I couldn't watch the See the Puck. I need glasses. 2 weeks, they will be done. All right, Pierre. How can you follow the puck? Put the screen on your computer bigger and try to follow the puck or listening the guy who carrying the puck. I don't know. But 2 weeks, not in the world. It's a good news, Pierre. You're going to be ready when the season starts. What do you think about this, Mr. ENORTAP?
Agreed, 100%.
Question, ENORTAP, win the quiz over or under? Here we go. It'll be interesting about this. Tonight, the French quiz is about the Washington Capitals, Mr. ENORTAP. So Google you pick right now your phone already, so you be sure. That Dylan Carter, welcome aboard. First time. Mezar is not used to speed of the smaller ring to sloppy with the puck. He need a couple of years back. Is shifty with everything he does. Remind me of MLS. Great compare, Dylan. First of all, great. I agree with you about Mezar. Montreal announced today they're going to return. They're going to Philippe Mezar go to the OHL, play for the Kitchener Rangers for upcoming year. It was confirmed by the Montreal Canadiens. Not confirmed by them, but it was mentioned by one reporter followed the Montreal Canadiens earlier after the first period tonight. So Philippe Mezar play in the OHL for the Kitchener Rangers for upcoming year. I like him today. I like his speed. You can see have some speed and good hands. He great goal, by the way. Top shell. It's another player who could become part of the Montreal Canadiens next couple of years.
He really works well with Slafkovsky.
Yep. The clip 1, 2, 3. Welcome aboard. First.
Welcome aboard.
It's very hard to say that, Mr. Natap. Do we should say that the listener or a watcher? Like, because we do both. Like, thanks to be a part of another listener or another watcher. Like, how we can describe that way?
Just thanks for being part of our family. That's the
easiest
way to go.
That's a welcome back, Mr. Clip. And I'll say that to you. Great mix. Let's go back again where you said great mix of skill for the app, prospect on the ice, a lot of speed. Future is bright. Agree or disagree, Mr. Nota?
100% agreed.
Me too. 100%. My hammer is bigger than your hammer. All right. I'm lucky I have my hat in Thailand.
Oh, no.
Will the league would be making any move before the season?
Yes.
I agree with you about that one. No, she was going to say which one. I'm not sure yet, but they will have to do something. Let's go. I'm just listening today. Enjoy the show. Thanks so much. Wesh. You can talk, Wesh.
Thanks, Wesh. We're going to try to move quicker.
Welcome aboard. Morning Wood is maybe not a returner. I think is the first time. If you are first time, welcome the Hockey Nation Live Show family. Like ENORTAP, tell me how I said that. And then, if not, welcome back in the house. Question for Ron. I love those questions. Please bring question today. Who are looking at more at the Montreal Rookie Camp defenseman forward? Who are you looking at more?
Well, I'd probably say defenseman, because if there's any openings, that's the direction that they have to go. The question is, will it be somebody like Norlander, Gooley, Harris, Jackeye, Barron? I mean, you got 5 right there, and then there's a couple of other ones that are probably not going to be in that discussion, but are very close as well. So there's maybe 2 positions that could open up at defense, especially on the right side if we don't acquire a defenseman. Forwards, it's going to be very tough to crack the lineup because, as Coach said, we're already dealing with an excess of forwards.
Great, agree with you. I cannot be disagree. All about defensemen for me. It's very much set up about the forward, by the way. So, look, I said, ENORTAP, you're not old school. You're just like me, older. That's what he said about this one over there. And then
all right, Luke,
Alexandre Dubois, the Wood, back in the house tonight.
Oh my God!
Back in the house, Mr. Alexandre Dubois. Thanks to be a part of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Alexandre, big fan of the Buffalo Sabres. And I can wait to talk about your team very soon. About this one over there. What we have here. Question, Marco. Listen up, the first of the night, come for Puck and Dream, Michael De Villano. Here we go. Reverse, chop. Here we go. Super chat, Mr. Michael De Villano. Thank you, some hype.
All right, Michael. God.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much about this one over there. And we have a new rule for the super chat, guys, because we appreciate all the super chat, but we said we cannot dance more at 2 times per super chat for the same person this year. The new rule from Deloitte, the Smith verification. They said, wait, so I have to listening. They are really the one control the show by the rules, and I have to apply those rules. So if you do 2 super chat or 3 or 4, we only can dance twice for you super chat, but we appreciate you.
Oh, what a dance it'll be. What a dance.
Yeah. At least it's over $30, but it's on the subject for the time for that one over there. We have a question, Coach. Would you get a face tattoo for $6 million, sir? Well, at $2 million, I will do whatever they're asking me to do.
Give me whatever you want, Marco. I'll take the
no problem. I would just upgrade my view at the tail end. If ever have that kind of tattoo, I need to do that about this one over there. Charger take the lead 17-7, Mr. ENORTAP with 9:52 at the third. Thanks so much for the update. Without him, it would be impossible to follow what's going on. Guys, I have already withdrawn my money from RBC.
Oh, wow, Joseph. Put it in the Bank of Montreal. Go ahead.
I can understand everything with you guys about the patch. I know that. And but I don't think so. It's RBC, honestly, Joseph. It's more about the Montreal Canadiens took the decision about this. Cole finally getting the Jack I Bank on about this one over there. Yep, Marco, I'm getting there. But I'm still with Justin Barron, by the way. Just want to mention this. Don't FN touch the jersey about this one over there. There we go. 55 likes, Mr. ENORTAP. Condelta AHL DAG. Yes, I agree with you. Look, it was part of the trade for Andrew Hammond, if I can recall it. You're welcome, Dan. Coach, question. I love those Q guys. I bring it on. Cole Grady, they charge big bucks to kill the capitalists. What a ha. Grady, mascot of the Flowers, Mr. ENORTAP. Yeah, possible. Put the badge on their jersey mascot, that would be better. Is Montreal Canadiens not making enough?
Never enough.
Yeah, I agree with you about this one over there.
Never enough money.
Question from Carl. Question usually are great. Montreal Canadiens are going to be a very fun hockey team to watch then when the hockey season starts, and also they are a very young team. If you compare this, it's a great question, first of all, Carl, but it's a strange, how can it, Mr. ENORTAP? You have those kind of veterans, 34, 33, 32, 33, 34. And then you have the 20, the 21, the 22, the 20. Yeah, they have a lot of gap between the older, the younger. You have a couple in the middle. Like Madison, 28. Anderson is getting close. Gallagher, 30. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like when you rebuild, you have more younger on your lineup, but you still have a lot of older players in that lineup. For the Montreal Canadiens.
Not for long. They'll fix that very soon.
Yep. And back in the house, Revolution 7049 back in the house. A long time without him, Mr. ENORTAP. Got to see around the guys. A lot of people show up tonight. Don't forget, guys, click on the like, so I appreciate it. And Brent Land 13. I see the Habs fighting for the first spot on the division in 3 years. Thanks so much, Brian Land 13.
Might be a bit early. Playoff spot for sure. First place, I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with you about this one over there. And we appreciate a lot about this. I work a guy at work. He's a friend with Alex Vassell, the rookie defenseman on the Chicago Blackhawks. Glad to hear that. 89 in the chat. Wow, let's go for 100. Pretty amazing. We appreciate each one of you guys be part of the show tonight. It's easy, Coach. Just send Drouin home. No problem. Look forward about this one over there. What do you think about this, Mr. Jerry? Mr. ENORTAP?
What was the question? Yeah, what was the question about Drouin?
Just send Drouin at home.
Oh. No, we want him to build up his portfolio. This is, you know what? If he doesn't do it this year, this is it's a contract year for him, and for Montreal, they they need him to step up so that they can maximize the return that they'll get in trading him at trade deadline time.
Yeah,
And
absolutely right.
for him, it's important because wherever he ends up going, it'll dictate what his next contract will look like.
Which player will have a good comeback from last season? Got a feeling the Rock might be surprised many.
I wouldn't disagree with that, especially since it looks like he's going to be finally playing on the at
17
the right
points in
level.
the last 21 games under Martin St. Louis,
It's
Christian
impressive.
Dvorak at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, it's impressive, and we know he's capable of 55 points if he. I mean, he's done it before, and he's been consistent like that, anywhere from 45 to 55. So he could definitely do that. The problem is, where does he get played? Is he your second center or is he your third?
Yeah, absolutely right
That's
about this one
the
there.
key to the point production.
Um, Me is
Uh,
like because you said they were wrecked, I would say it was my player I was looking for. But I still thinking, okay, you have two players come in my mind. Gallagher with 7 goals last season and Hoffman with 12 or 14 goals last season. Two players they play under maybe the worst season they have in the career. Was a long time ago, they never had that kind of productivity. So would be interesting. But that's what the two players. I don't say they will have a bounce back, but I'm looking for them to okay what they at right now because Gallagher still have to carry on. He's the second players with the most salary cap percentage without Carey Price and the roster behind Nick Suzuki. And then Mike Hoffman signed contract 3 years. He had 4.5 to become a great snapper on the power play. So that's the two players I'm looking for. Okay, I'm not saying they would be the bounce back, but how they can come back where they are. Gallagher, 20 goal, 18, 22 goal would be a great bounce back. And Hoffman,
It'd be amazing.
a
Yeah,
good 12, 15 goal on, but maybe not 10 goal on power play with maybe 20 to 25 goal. That would be a great bounce back. That would be possible at the trade deadline. Open up some conversation, possible a trade for Mike Hoffman. Gallagher will be here when Montreal Canadiens, unfortunately. If he's not produced or he produced, he will not go nowhere. And Mr. ENORTAP, I know we said that. Super chat number 2, Mr. Danny T. Rivers, chop, chop, chop. Super chat, Danny T. Thanks so much for your super chat tonight.
Oh my
Danny
God!
Hype.
He did it again.
Thank you very much. Nice.
Here we go. Let's move on. Next we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, it's true. Drouin need to go along the good. Along E good for the reconstruction. Wes, I agree with you, but at the right time, like ENORTAP said. So you're right. My first hockey player is a 14, 185 pounds, big hands, sharp shooting defenseman.
It's good. 185 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I have
pretty
to think
big.
about what he
Big
was
boy.
talking about. 58 likes for him. For RG. RG is on the update
ball.
all night long. RG is excited now. He's come back now because he's quiet during the off season, right? He cannot do a lot of things, bring up all the score baseball and everything. But now he said, like, it's coming now. Now I can be back in the house and now talking more, put some update and everything about the score and everything, the likes and the Frenchy quiz and everything. So we'll be interesting about this one over there. What did you think of Sawa game, Marcus said?
Super chat.
Mr. ENORTAP, about what do you think about Sawa game?
I thought it was very good for his first game out there. I thought he played a solid game for Buffalo.
I really like him. He showed exactly what the people talk about him. Great offensive players, great smart players, pass the puck a lot. I know I'm old, but I'm good. He reminds me a lot of Jean-François Savoie. Jean-François Sauvé for the Quebec Nordique. Small player, but he can move the puck quick, fast, great on power play. You can see during the power play for the Buffalo Sabres, he was moving the puck really good for them. So thanks, Mr. Marco, for that question. Anything you want to add about this, Mr. ENORTAP?
No, I think we hit it all. Let's do our our final dance for Danny here.
Yeah, hold on. Before that, any reason why Vincent Aurora is not there? I apologize.
He's
I talk
hurt.
about
He's
Roy
hurt.
and Mayo as a player injury, not a part. Unfortunately, Vincent got a puck in the face last weekend, and he's not there. He's going to be missing a couple of weeks. And I apologize for each one of you. I didn't mention that. And glad this is a great question, but you know that's all about Mr. ENORTAP. We're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're not going to remember everything. We are old anyway, so we need young crowd in the chat to tell us. Old man, we forgot about that injury. So thanks so much. But it was nicer. It was a nicer way he mentioned that. So he mentioned that. But a great win about this one there. Yes, he did it for the second time. Yes, he did it from her friend Nicolas de Goubi Bono, turned 16 years old today. Happy birthday, and Mr. Nicolas. And yeah, he did it for a second time at $5. Danny, he did it. Let's go. Quick one. River, chop, chop, chop. Super chat, Mr. Danny T did it again.
Thank you very much. Nice.
Anything you want to say, Mr. ENORTAP, before we said hype?
Hype.
And we want
Danny,
to thank
hype.
him. We love it. Thanks so much for the super chat again, everybody. We appreciate it a lot.
And happy birthday.
Yes. Question for Rick. Love the question. What will NMN play this year and current mind need to know? Laval Rocket.
He won't be up. Yeah.
No spot for him, but Laval Rocket, I think he need that kind of play on the small area or small rink, honestly. But I like his size. I like his hands. I really like him today. But, another year over there will be good for him. Leave, always make move. Yes, right. About this, West. We've been interesting. We know yesterday that there was another sign, Tyler Mate, for a 1-year contract. A lot of PTO today.
Good.
And NHL didn't follow all the PTO, but you can see now PTO is coming more. Is Dwayne last season start with Montreal Canadiens?
Yes.
I agree with you, Pierre, about this. Sarkowski just said he tried too much instead of shooting tonight.
Exactly.
That's the reason why we haven't Mr. ENORTAP. He said everything what they know already. So that's the reason why this chat is getting better. 72 people tonight. Luciano, Coach, do you think Gallagher word about Ski was sincere or not real? Not really.
Yeah, Luciano, I think he was sincere. Probably because that's just the way Gallagher's wired, right? Maybe a different question could have been asked, is he somehow internally disappointed that he doesn't have the captaincy? And for a variety of different reasons, he probably is, not the least of which is the decline of his own play, poor timing in terms of when the captains have been put in Montreal. But I think he's sincere. I think he's a Montreal Canadian, right down to the core. And I think he knows he's the assistant captain as well. So he's not going to lose sleep over it.
You absolutely nailed it again. The word disappointment for his part. While Gallagher, guys, is a teammate. Is a guy bring fun inside the locker room. Guy tease everybody around. He loved the Montreal Canadiens, loved the logo. He would do everything. Put him on the corner, he would go in the corner. You put him on the top of the ceiling, he would go in the top of the ceiling. It's not matter. He just loved the game. He's a great teammate. And for him, yes, disappointment is maybe the right word about him. But tell you right now, every word get out of his mouth. This is really who he is, Gallagher. He will not go around just to pleasing. And look, he's happy to be a part of Montreal Canadiens. He loved this logo, and he loved to play in Montreal. For me, it's always all honesty, honest from Gallagher, and really sincere. Talk about honesty and sincere and trust and supporter and a member. What about Mr. Alan Vaillancourt?
Hey, Alan.
In the house.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, absolutely right about this one over there. Love the boxing glove from Ron about this one over there. I just like forcing you guys this dancing. Thanks so much about this. And Steve, define you the
You're way
new and
behind,
after the
Coach.
butter bean Danny T. Wore this one for a couple of weeks about to become a captain and the sniper. Now he's a sniper, right? The skipper.
No, the skipper. The
Yeah, the
skipper.
skipper. The skipper. Looking forward to the Sunday as brunch show. I think it's going rock. Thanks so much, Dan. Yeah, we are back with
Absolutely.
Marco Sunday. Karen Hans for the hockey bar. She's going to be back with us. Great
Amazing.
knowledge about hockey. Love to having her about. And the following weeks, we announced Nick Larivière is going to be another contributor of the Hockey National Show with Russ Cohen. Is going to join us, Nick Larivière, next week, next Sunday for the As brunch. And Nick works with, is a freelance writer and hockey, work with Tony Mariano and other people. On that. So glad to having Nick with us tonight. Look like 61, by the way. Thanks so much. I appreciate that, everybody, for your participation tonight. Question for the two of you. Do you think the last rookie game will be more about the players who are real prospect?
The last rookie game?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Buffalo.
Do you think they'll? Yeah, it's possible. Like, obviously, when you get to the last game, you want to have your closest prospects that could make the team out there so that you can get a last look. And you're going to start seeing the field reduced a little bit as it goes on. So if I read the question correctly, that's what I would say. I apologize if I didn't understand it.
Well, we can give you again if you want to read again.
The last rookie game will be more about the players who are real prospects. Yes, I would say yes.
Disagree a little bit. I think everybody are locked in. Example like the Arias, the Baron, or Norlander.
Buffalo or Montreal?
Buffalo. He talked about Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah. So they're not going to use them. They will try to give a chance for the people who got invited to have another chance to impress or maybe possible. So they will go, like the Frey brother is going to be on the ice Sunday. He will not skip a game Buffalo. A guy like Jones or Kadoda or the player or get invited going to have that kind of ice Sunday. Again, Buffalo Sabres. 2 games, see at them. At least they go there for twice. So a lot of players will be caught. Not play Sunday. So I don't. That's the way I see this game Sunday. Not to try to bring like only Sarkowski, Mezar, right knee, kidney, the back, everything like that. Only the prospect to go to the main camp. I think they're going to use his personal. Like maybe they will sit Davidson, Francis, and the 4 line. They will be bring more players, everything. So I think that's going to be possible. They will sit down Zach and play again Francis Moore, something like that. That's what would be my point about this game Sunday. I don't see they bring only focusing for the prospect they have for the main camp. They would prefer them to go there. RBC le go tattoo like a Mike Tyson. 17-14 now at 7:22, third quarter. Hockey is not longer a threat as a game, is a business. If it's not treated like a business, the organization will not survive. Yeah, that's a great way to see that, Luciano. It is what it is right now. Thanks so much for the spare chat, Danny. I see keep the ABC badge on, but make a rebate on the hot dog a beer. That's a good point. Maybe on the ticket too. That would be great. What do you think of this Kozak, the 7th-round pick of the Sabres score to go tonight? A very impressive, great game, by the way.
He was very impressive, actually.
Yeah.
He played a solid game, I thought.
Is it relate? Maybe Alexandre tell us, Steve, no, it was Steve Bozak, by the way. I'm sorry about this one there. My head spin too much. Alexandre, I really like Mathieu Savoie, by the way, Alexandre, for them, a great pick for them. 62 went for another leave to fan to add a group. Very weekly team report. Danny, I don't agree in our tap. I don't know which one. We are behind, so I don't know. Trade DUARTE to send to Alaska.
No, give him a chance.
Yeah, but I have nobody in
Dvorak will
West,
be good.
and so and we think about this West. We gave him a first round pick. We gave him a third round pick, and now you want to send him out for nothing, West for Christian Dvorak, where I believe people you did not see the Christian Dvorak what he looked like in NHL when he played with Arizona Coyotes. For me, is a great. If you want to win in hockey,
He's
this is the kind of player you need,
center.
and your team is not that as the third center minimum to set up. Again, defensive zone, face off, everything like that. He does a lot of things overall for that line. Fighting for the first spot, losing to Boston, Stu. I don't know what it's about. Maybe talk about Toronto. Why? Pourquoi why the hate on Drouin? I don't get it.
I don't know. Like personally, it's not. I don't hate Drouin at all. I just think that he doesn't fit into the plans for Montreal because you're right. I mean, this guy, whenever he decides to play, and that's the key phrase right there, that he's not injured or he doesn't. When the going gets tough, he disappears. I mean, he does get his share of points. He's hit in the high 50s and 60 at one point as well, which is not bad. So it's a good addition. But the thing that bothers me a little bit is, like I said, when the going gets a little bit tough, he tends to disappear, and that doesn't fit into the mold that I think that they're trying to create for this Montreal team and the climate that they're trying to create as well.
The same fans are the same. We scream to the Montreal Canadiens. You did not draft any French Canadian for the QM. You did not draft anybody for the QM. That's the reason we don't draft them, because the same fans push the French Canadian out of the lineup all the time. Jonathan Drouin, the same fans scream about Mike Ribeiro, talk about Patrice Brisebois, François Bouillon, Guillaume Latendresse, and that's the reason we don't have no star anymore. The way they treat the French Canadians struggle over there. So, anyhow, I just want to mention that between you and me, but it is what it is, obviously.
Plus, the number of players that are coming out of the queue is less and less now than what it used to be at one point.
Yep. Who caught your eyes on the rookie cam?
I think we talked about it earlier. I mean, like I said, Owen Beck was quite impressive. Heineman was good. On defense, I liked the Arbor's play. I thought Barron was not impressive, but he wasn't bad. Norlander didn't look too bad. Those were the key ones that sort of stood in my eye.
Yep, I agree with you about this one. Fernando said we need to be patient and let Hugo clean the mess up that was left by other management. Absolutely right, Fernando.
Good point. Good point.
Sakowski took an open hit. Buffalo Blur bounced right off of him from Luciano about this one there. Mr. Steven Parkin, welcome aboard. The HABS are missing a top number one player in every position. They will finish on the bottom five this year, which is not a bad thing, sir.
I would put him in, the bottom 5 to 7, somewhere in that area.
He nailed it. He's absolutely nailed it. He's right about this one over there. We don't have a great, solid goaltender. We don't have a top one defenseman. And I don't think so. We have a player right now who can make 90-point regular consistency. So he's right about it. He just nailed it. For me, I agree with you, Steven. Great comments, by the way. Coach, I admit that the Montreal Canadiens do so much for Montreal. I just cannot see how Sigmund make it fun on the bottom line. It's like saying you sold to have the logo. It's not $6 million. It's a $30 million or maybe more. Pierre come with that part over there. So that's the reason. And I think honestly, they maybe turn around, said to you guys, we maybe build 2 more ring and for the community in Montreal or something like that. So wait a little bit more weeks and see what he can do with that kind of money they gave back. And that's the way I see that. But again, completely agree with the Jersey should do something else about this one. How? No, I don't know. But yep, so right there. Conteda fight that guy Lucky, I think. Wonder if they will retire Jersey and the rather with the RC. No, it was already confirmed about this one over there. 238 pounds for Alexandre about Sarkozy. Yeah, that's what it was. Right. Thanks so much, Danny, for the super chat for Nicolas.
Arbor, I believe.
Arbor is 230 is Arbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6'1", the 14 years old. Pierre Martin talk about. Thanks so much about this one. Edis said 238 Slavkovsky today.
Yeah.
So who is 238, Mr. Notap? Slavkovsky or Haber?
Arbor Ajak was 238. Slavkovsky, I think, put on about 20 pounds as well. So I think he was originally in the 220s. So he might be in the mid 230s, 235 maybe.
I know we hide each other here, but
that's okay. Yeah, you're right. There he is. 238 for Slavkovsky and
Slavkovsky is at 238 and Haber
and 238. 238.
Both of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. So see?
Yeah.
We like to verify. We like to verify. We want to be sure we do the right thing, Mr. Natap. Do you think Meilleauer is a hot potato?
Depends what you mean by a hot potato.
Why is the potato you cook with your, friend kind on the barbecue?
Well, if we're referring to his actions and what he did, I think that he's in good hands in terms of the organization because they have they're being very careful with the way they're handling what he did and making sure that he makes some reparation for his mistakes in the past. If we're referring to him attitudinally, I don't see that. From what I heard last year, he was very coachable and he stepped up his game until he got that injury. So we'll see what happens. He didn't get a contract for because I think Gordon said he wants to wait one more year before that happens for AHL, I believe, right?
Yeah. First of all, I don't want to give him any excuse what he did, but what he did so far, since that, he did exactly what they request him to do. And he acclimate inside of the Montreal Canadiens, stay in Montreal all summer to understand everything like this. He'd be a part of his friend group, of its community to do, and he'd be a part around his friend players and with the Montreal Canadiens. It's funny we talk about his today because the new sport like BDMS, whatever, the new radio station, talk about this today, and it came for the fact the best prospect defenseman they have is Logan Meilleauer.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting about this one with it. I know, Marco, I learned my English with you guys. You make me better every single day. Is the top fight and weight in NHL only Leonard, Shara, and 2 other guys, or Avier? No, I'm not old. I'm very young. Question: Hey, coach and ENORTAP, do you think the Montreal Canadiens would be fine with the goalie they already have, or do you think they will look for other goalie to be on the safe side?
That's a good question, Carl. I'm hoping that Primo can continue developing like what we saw in the playoffs last year with Laval. I think if he's on that route, he will definitely be a competent, I think, backup goalie for Montreal. I just don't see him being a number one. In terms of other guys like Verbetic, I mean, I don't know much in terms of how he performed last year. I mean, he had a decent year, but his save percentage was around 908 or something like that. It's not good enough to be a starter in the NHL. I know there's a couple of other ones. Somebody starts with the letter D. I forget his name as well. That is looking promising, but he's many years away. I think that Montreal will have to look elsewhere, in my eyes, to bring in a number one.
To answer his question, I would say to you, no, Montreal is not looking for anybody. They tried to get an extension for Jake Allen. I believe it will happen before the beginning of the season, and then they will wait 2 years before they turn around to figure out something else. I don't think so. It's really the priority to make a goaltender number one. I think they will focus on Jake Allen for 2 years this season and next year. And next season, you're going to see the progression of Primo, Tisho, Torbes. And then they will maybe possible now to let it go Montembeault, Primo become the backup number 2 at Jake Allen. Then now year number 3 from today. That's what Montreal may be looking. They have a lot of veterans. The goaltender next year are a UFA. Example like Dalbot is one of them. Varlamov is another one. And then you have a couple of young like Tristan Jarry is another one. Could he become UFA? But I don't think so. Montreal go that direction for upcoming year 23-24. Year 24-25, that's really they're looking for add a goaltender by trade or UFA.
Unless the opportunity arises at trade deadline time. Like I know last year when they traded Toffoli, they were really looking for Wolf to come back the other direction, and Calgary wasn't having it. But if something like that could happen and it speeds up that position for the team, it would be an added bonus.
Now, Buffalo have 3 goaltenders, Portillo, Levi, and Lukonen, and possibly 1 or 3. Now, 1 or 3, is it better what they have already? That's the biggest question they have to figure out themselves, but that's the way I would say that. And they have 10 goaltenders in NHL round, like Yarazov and Nashville. That's another one block over there. Garland and New York Rangers, another one right there. You have Wolf and Calgary, you just mentioned. The kid from Dogs behind Gibson and Stolarz. I cannot remember his last name, but it's only one. So we have a couple around the league, but still, I think Montreal wait 3 years before that. I apologize. Someone asked us about Riley Kidney, what he looked like during the game today. Then we have obviously Kidney flourish in the QM was better every season. I would not be surprised he's end up at the second center, and the fields remind me of Zuski. This coming from Breland, but someone asked about Riley Kidney. So my question to you, what do you think about Kidney today? And then overall about him.
Well, he was on the first line with Massar and Slafkovsky for most of the game. I know they made a couple of changes. I thought both Massar and Slafkovsky worked well together. I didn't really... It's not that he played a bad game, but I just thought he was average. I didn't see anything spectacular coming from Riley today, but I'm sure that'll change because he's a very talented player.
Yeah, absolutely right about this. 100 point last season. He's going to get better. You can see they use him on the power play today. He can distribute the puck very well. Great vision. His hockey stance offensive is really good. Now, if you get a little bit bigger, stronger, and then the defensive zone coverage. Now, it's a big when you put him on the second center and NHL, you never know. But you can see that kind of talented player he is. Really interesting for upcoming year, how many points he's going to get in Montreal and the QM for upcoming year for the season 22-23. Then, yes, and we're going to have more guests. We talk about this. We have already set up 7 or 8 in the next couple of days, weeks in front of us. Adam Berger, another big supporter. Thanks to be say hi. He's good in their bed. Wes, we answered that one over there. Alexandre, did Buffalo win tonight? Yes, they went 4-3. It sounds like a year. It is like time to ask. It sounds like a year is the last time the AB played. Absolutely right. April 29 was the last game, Alan. This is the longest summer we never have about this other update on the Winnipeg Jets. Thanks so much, Dan, about the Jets. Gary, hey, coach, are you going to be coming out with your Hockey Nation channel merchandise maybe sometime down the road. Yep, it's coming very soon, Carl. Maybe not at the beginning of October, but before the end of the year, Carl. We're talking with fun people at this moment. Steve Parkin, do you know what players should be on the New Jersey lineup? Honestly, I don't have the prospect name in front of me, Steve, but you talk about the prospect with it, the 1920 letters in the back of the jersey of the Russian. Madadulin is one of them. Alexandre Oz is another one for the New Jersey Devils to be a part of this NHL prospect. Geez, I could call you more about this one over there. I don't have it in front of me. ENORTAP, can you help me or you don't know?
No, I'm not sure.
Here we go. I will tell you this right now here. Semen Nemec is another one. That's what I'm looking for. It was Semek for them. And then I will give you more.
Who they drafted? Is that what the
Chase
question
Sinman is going to be there. Nolan Foote will be there. Graham Clark is going to be there. And then we have Shakir Mokamadulin. That's what I'm talking about. Mikhail Vukocevic is going to be with them. With Nika Nakonechuk is another one. Nico Dawes, possible, or Akira Schmidt, the goaltender, is going to be a part of this one over there for the for the New Jersey Devils, Mr. ENORTAP. Hopefully, Steve, I answer your question. I apologize for the pronunciation of the name. That's a little bit difficult. Quentin Nazar, who scored the third goal for the Habs? Owen Beck, welcome aboard. Thanks for being part of the show. There we go, Quentin. Thanks for your question. Others will still survive. Alexandre BL, welcome aboard, Alexandre. Thanks for being part of the show tonight. Beck scored the third. Alexandre Dubois, great comments. Back again. I love when people about this one over there. Kerry, hello, coach, and ENORTAP. Did we see any Montreal prospect ready for NHL a game tonight?
Yeah, like we said, I think a couple of defensemen that were playing tonight might be on our starting lineup come October for sure. Like whether it's Barron, possibly Norlander, Gooley for sure tomorrow. He didn't play tonight. Is another guy to look out for. Harris, of course. And you never know. I think at some point, maybe not at the beginning, but at some point we might see Arbor coming up as well.
Yeah, Kerry, I will be honest with you. I don't see anybody like you already know the Iris, all right, the Baron, the Norlander.
Yeah.
They are supposed the Cooley should be part of the Montreal Canadiens, the carousel defenseman. But you said to me, really the one over there, the closest one I can tell you because the Stavkovsky first overall pick. For the rest, nobody is going to be a part of the Montreal Canadiens right now. I don't see that about this.
You don't
one.
see either. I think between Gooley and Barron, we're going to see one of them here.
Yeah. Luke said, do you think Beck would play a preseason game?
He played today.
No, he's talking about the main camp.
Oh.
I would say yes.
Probably. You think so?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because of the amount of forwards that they have already.
They were not let at the beginning like the like Devorak and Dak and Monahan and Zuski play at the beginning. So they usually use 7, 8 on the road, maybe 7 veterans, and then a veteran like the play in the past, and then they go back and the rest after that. So I think Owen Beck will play at the minimum 1 game or that. Dan Greg, new subscriber of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Thanks so much. Welcome back in the house of the Hockey Nation family. Which two teams have the best group of prospects?
Currently? Oh, wow.
The Detroit Red Wings is one of them.
Detroit.
The Carolina Hurricane is another one over there. They are number 2.
I think Los Angeles is good. New Jersey.
2 other teams, they was pretty good. Now, New Jersey, the King are less prospect because they trade some of them. So they like again Fiala, Brock over there. But overall, been the last 2 years pretty good. But again, I mentioned to you, Detroit Red Wings and the Hurricanes are two of them with the New Jersey Devil. That's the number 3 great prospect. Now, why not Arizona? They're still looking for prospect. Montreal is about 6, 7, 8, depending on who classify them on the top best prospect in NHL. Luciano. Great question, by the way. Drouin fell expectation for the what they gave us, Sergachev. Yeah, great comments about this one. 17-17, Mr. Notap, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I thought coach was getting mad at Chicago. Don't know what it's about. Drouin was giving the several statue, but never support about this. Some job, okay. The likes, everything like that. Question
See,
for you two. How many?
It's not fair to blame Drouin. I mean, that was the failure of that trade is more to be blamed on the general manager than it is the player.
Yeah. It's a mix of everything, right? So, unfortunately, the injury did not help the situation with Jonathan Drouin, obviously. Look, how many players, rookie, play a pregame of game? It depends, look, who they are. I would set an average of 1 to 2. Usually now team play about 4 to 6 game. This is the max the game they can play, and NHL, that's the rule, is 6 game. Look, so I would say to you 1 or 2 game, and then you eliminate them. They stay there like Cooley or Sevkoski. They maybe play 4 of them or 3 or 5 of them, depending how many the game they play. But that's they want to keep them. Cooley last year stay until to the end of the camp last season, played 3 games of the 5 they got last season. So that's the way they do that. Look, but you talk about the Owen Beck or Riley Kidney. That's maybe 1 or 2. Maybe Jan Mezak could be play 3 games this season, the pregame. So have a great night, Marco. Jerry, I'm just happy to batch is not Uniprix about this one over there. Yeah, possible. I've seen Drouin when I could see. I throw away the puck to with Fiscal play the often trust it would be better than another. Let's have a great Sunday night brunch. Great about this. Slavkasi was 238. Quentin, thanks you for the information. About Drouin, I see him and Nylander as very similar players, honestly. Maybe Nylander slightly above with more scoring ability, but both are very underestimated playmaker. Yeah, playmaker is the right word, right? Speed and the stick angling. But again, when it becomes physicality, that's where you disappear them. Sokoski was 238 at 17 years old. Look, remember this name is a few ways Montreal should an eye on Elliot Belzil, 14 years old. About this. And I think Mayo with great potential, telling everybody make mistake. You need to think about present, future, not past. I agree with you about this one over there. And now we just heard the Chief come back and take the lead. We need a Toronto Maple Leaf branch show Q. Everything could happen at some point. You never know. Chief now is 24-17, 10-29 to go, Mr. Notap. 24, Mr. Notap. That's resonate for me. 4th touchdown. And I don't know how many running and how many passing.
3 touchdowns, coach.
3 what?
And I think he only threw 2. I think one was a running touchdown and a field goal. So you're going to fall short, coach.
Alan and Monday are a good duo for this year. Andy Cuivula show up for the quiz. Welcome aboard.
Hey, Andy.
And we are called a big fan of Toronto Maple Leafs. Awesome to see that, to be a part. Good evening, Coach. And Tap Colette. Welcome, Colette. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Colette and Dan are great supporters of the Hockey Nation live show. And then about this one over there. I think I'm going to get quick, fast about this one. Pierre Martin, 3-1. All right.
3-1.
And then thanks so much for your information. Bite CFV. I'm looking good right now. Jake McAnooey back in the house. And he said, we told you Dan Robinson's leaving for the Winnipeg Jet. We wish him the best, Mr. Jake McHenry. Thanks for the update about this. Trade Service Alliance, welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show. Agree, Coach 4 Plus Max. Thanks so much. Going to get, they bench me. December 8th, Ducks. Vancouver. Eternal, welcome aboard. Eternal. I think they talk about the prospect, Mr. Tap. Nicolas Sabres got maybe the best prospect pool, me to the top 3 anyway. Yeah, that's the thing we forgot about this, Nicholas. Yeah, that's Buffalo. A great one over there. Talk about JJ Peterka and Jack Quinn and Peyton Grabs and the defenseman Owen Power. I agree with you, Nicholas. A great comment to let us know this one. We cannot say we're not perfect and we need your help to get us better. Who has the best prospect between Montreal and Buffalo? That's the question.
I would say at this point now, I think Buffalo has the better ones, but Montreal has a little bit more.
Yeah, I would just send you a sentence in our tap, because that's why we complete each other, because you always right, and I try to be right like you. I would say Buffalo have the better impact players, and Montreal have more prospect.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
That's why we work together, Mr. Notap. We make a great team together. I would say Buffalo, but looking quite good Montreal today's days. Nicholas, great comments about this one over there. And a lot of people now out of subject. This is live, Z9944X. Yeah, it is live. Yes, it is right now at 10:54. And now, if we continue talking like this, and after it's going to fall asleep, so we need to go up to the Frenchy quiz. It's coming very soon. So I cannot wait for the National Hockey season start, October 10, 12. The defenseman number 88 for Buffalo was good tonight. I agree with you about this one over there. I cannot remember his name, but you're absolutely right. I can remember this one. With complete, Mr. Nartap, are you ready for the Frenchy quiz? That's what we at, Mr. Nartap.
Of course we're ready. Always
ready. Talking about the Frenchy quiz, Mr. Nartap, we have a new rules.
You made changes. You made changes again.
We did not change it. We just add. And when I'm talking about, you're welcome, Z9944X, by the way. What I'm talking about, Mr. Natap, is like when you have a perfect game, you add a point additional for your result. So now you take the lead at 5.5, and you really dominate right now. 3 points over the number 2, A. Koivula. We have a few people at 0.5, at 2, and 2.5. Je suis québécois aussi, bon, mais tant mieux. J'espère que tu vas t'inscrire au channel. And on fait des shows comme ça à tous les soirs, Z99. On parle français, anglais, normalement. Mais très heureux d'avoir avec nous partie de la Hockey Nation Live. So, Mr. Notap, ready? Not ready. This one. No. I make another one over there.
Oh, my God!
Question number 1. 5 questions for the people. Merci beaucoup. Z99, new subscriber of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Question number 1, Mr. Natap. Get your phone ready. Hey, phone. Mr. Natap, you ready at the gates?
I don't need a phone.
From this list, which player has the most season with 200 shots on the net, on the goal? Nicholas Backstrom, Doug Wilson, Paul Coffey, Rod Blake, and Brian Leach. And Backstrom is a defenseman for the Detroit. Some people think sometimes about the defenseman. It was not Backstrom, it was Lindstrom, by the way. I make a mistake about this one over there. That's not the right way to start this contest, Mr. Inartap. It's Lindstrom. You know what the beauty, Mr. Natap? I can fix this.
There you go.
Here we go. First one, Rod Blake said RJ. Coffee, he said Z994. Then Danny said C. Kelly said C. Nicolas, C. B. Chicago. Eternal, E. Ron King, E. Vinny James said E. Brent Leach. Luc Laforcine, boo. Fernando Tavares said Rod Blake about this one over there. Do we have other people that can join us and give us an answer? So time is not thinking, and we're going to give us an answer right away, right there. And we accept all the answer about this one over there. And we have Fernando D, Andy D, Luc Leverson D, a lot of Rod Blake right now. Leach out, of course, too. Mr. ENORTAP, where are you going?
Yeah, I haven't narrowed it down between Lidstrom and Leach, but I'm going to go with Leach.
With Leach. Jose Duarte go with A. Anybody for Mulligan? Pierre Martin go with Leach. About this one over there. Do we have other people can give us an answer? Mark Rabanowitz is not with us. Usually Mark give us an answer. It's Lenzram, not Len. Lenzram, make another mistake over that. I was quick, Nicholas. I have to go that fast. But you're absolutely right about this one over there. Anyway, you're going to disappear.
Oh my God!
If you are not right, Mr. ENORTAP, we would be the next one.
Lidstrom, I thought it was my second choice.
And this one, you're not really good on that one. Paul Coffey is the one with 21 seasons, Mr. ENORTAP, about this one. Congratulations, Paul Coffey have the most season. Not right, not Paul Coffey with 21, but he is the winner of that one. We have Kelly, Danny T, the new Z9944, and Nicolas de Gobi-Bano are the winner of this first question of the night. 5-4 to go. Anyway, Mr. ENORTAP, it was just a practice for you. Now you're going to strong better. Because now it's about the Western Capitals. In the history of the Capitals, how many players have over 500 points in their franchise? 6 players, 7 players, 8 players, 9 players, or 10 players? Z said, I knew it. Coach, ENORTAP rock every night. Thanks so much about this one over there. And Nicolas got one over. So who is the next answer? Ouch. Nicolas go with C with 8. Ron with Keynes go with B with 7. Don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey Nation Show. Chicago Bear, number 1 fans, go with B. Fernando go with B, of course. Fernando. RJ go with A. RJ Calabro. We have Eternal go with D. About that. Jose with B, Vinny with A, with B, and Luc Laportine go with A. Danny go with C. Kelly with A, Z with A, and then D for Kerry, B for Pierre, and D with D. And that's...
Oh, my goodness.
What your answer?
I narrowed it down to D or E. I'm going to go with D, 9.
9 for D. Are you right or wrong, Mr. ENORTAP? You're the only one got D, by the way, right?
I don't know.
No, we have Kerry Willett. Kerry Willett is another one with D. Mr. ENORTAP, I tried to figure out if other people, Eternal Render got D, number 3 right there. And that's what we got so far, Mr. ENORTAP. Are you right or wrong?
I don't know. I think it's either 9 or 10.
And the answer, Mr. ENORTAP, is D with 9.
Right.
Andy Kuivula is another winner with that one over there with the Eternal, Kerry, and ENORTAP. And everybody right now, we're at 9 players with 1 good answer. So everybody is in the game right now. If you are 0-2, don't go nowhere, Mr. ENORTAP. Got it?
Got it.
Radio, question number 3. How many players score over 100 goals in the franchise? 32. Under, over, or exact?
How many players scored over 100 goals?
Yeah, and the franchise, the Washington Capitals. We're all about the Capitals tonight.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah. Washington Capitals, ladies and gentlemen. Danny go with C. Thank you. Nicolas with A. Thank you. We're going to get more answer. RJ, 24-17, delay game. Whoop, we'll see. Ron with Keynes. Carl Reed with C. Thank you. Vinny James 007 with C. Fernando Tavares with A. Thank you. Eternal Render. Thank you. Andy Quivula. Thank you. Luke Laforson go with B. Thank you. Chicago Bear with B. Thank you. And Kerry go with C. Thank you. Mr. Nortap, are you thinking about this? Kelly go with A. Thank you. Jose Duarte go with C. Thank you. Z go with B. Thank you. And Mr. Nortap.
I believe exact.
Mr. Nortap go with exact.
Oh my God!
It's under 31 of them. Kelly take the lead at 2 with Nicolas de Gobi Bono and Eternal Render. Eternal come back with 2 strong good answers after 3 good questions and take the lead with Kelly. Congratulations. Down go with E. It does not get it. Question number 4. Which player, Mr. Nortap, from this list have the most assists and shortened in their franchise, the Washington Capitals? Mikhail Pivonka, Kelly Miller, Mike Redley, Adam Oates, Kevin Atcher. Jerry, have a good answer. We give to Jerry one good answer, ladies and gentlemen. Will be nice. Jerry is from Sweden, by the way. RJ go with E. Carl Reed go with A. Thank you. Danny goes with D. Thank you. Nicolas go with A. Pivanka. Vinny go with D. Adam Oates. Danny go with D. Adam Oates. Ron, we go with Mike Ridley. Jerry with D. Eternal with E. Kelly with D. With E. Luke Laforson with D. Z go with Pivanka. Then we have Fernando with E. Z with A. Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm going to go with Adam Oates.
Adam Oates for Mr. ENORTAP. And Andy go with B. About this one over there. I don't know. I see Nicolas de Gobi Bono. Yeah, he said A. So now, Tap, your second choice.
Mike Ridley.
Oh my God!
It's Kelly Miller is the winner of that one. We have only one good answer. Andy Quivula get 2 good answers now. Take the lead with 3 other players. And it was Kelly Miller. It was a really strange one, Mr. That was not easy one about this one tonight. One more question to go. This is the one who split the winner of the night. Are you ready, Mr. Nortap? You're still behind right now. Can you tie the game? How many players play over 20,000 minutes in the Capitals franchise? 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, or 5 players? Good luck, everybody.
Penalty.
Look, is 0 again.
Over 20,000 minutes. Oh, wow.
Nicaragua with E. Chicago with C. Thank you, Nicaragua. Danny D. RGA, Ron with A. Vinny B. Jerry C. Fernando C. Luke Laforson B. Jose B. Eternal C. Pierre go with exact. There we go, Pierre. You're behind a bit. And Carl Reed go with A. Thank you so much. Jerry go with C. Thanks so much. And then Andy Quivula go with A. Z go with C. And we're missing a couple of people. Kelly with C. Thanks so much. And then Rudolph, welcome back, Rudolph. Glad to see you, my friend, tonight. Mr. ENORTAP.
can't be that many. I don't think. I'm going to go with 2, B.
Oh my God!
What is your second choice, Mr. ENORTAP tonight?
No. Then it would have been C, my second choice. Oh no.
It was C. We have 2 winners, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to get 1 point tonight. It's Eternal Render with 3 good answers. A Kelly with 3 good answers are the winner, Mr. ENORTAP, of tonight's show. And they get 1 point on the board of the leaderboard.
Congratulations.
I believe this is the first win of Kelly and year number 3, Eternal. Maybe a second about that one of their. Congratulations for all the winners tonight. Great game for everybody. Mr. ENORTAP, I think tonight we reached over 88 people in the chat tonight.
Very nice.
Wow.
Thank you all for joining us.
Amazing about this. Let's conclude, guys. Another great show. What do you have tomorrow, Mr. ENORTAP? We don't know yet, because we're waiting for some answer. Possible we have a guest. For the next couple of nights, we try to go bring some guests talking about the team they cover and talking about the upcoming year, because the upcoming is coming for the next couple of weeks, Mr. ENORTAP. So that we try to reach this. We want to congratulate again Eternal and Miss Kelly for your great performance tonight for sure of the Hockey Nation Live show. And
Congratulations.
this is the end, Mr. ENORTAP. Tomorrow we are back with another game for the Montreal Canadiens, game number 2 of the rookie camp. And maybe before we leave, maybe to tell us maybe what you think or what your expectation. And we're going to conclude the show after that.
Again, we're going to see some very good prospects on both ends of that with both those 2 teams tomorrow. So it should be another close, exciting game. So don't miss it.
You're absolutely right about this one, Mr. ENORTAP. I agree. I'm excited to see this. We miss hockey, Mr. ENORTAP. We like each other to see it every night, but we like to see hockey, and that's what we're going to start tomorrow night. We're going to watching hockey.
We like to predict.
We cannot leave the people without telling them, Mr. ENORTAP, because you are one of them.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
This should be every night like this with many people in the chat. We thanks everybody to be a part of the Hockey Nation Live show, the HNLTONIGHT show. Until the next time, we want to remind everybody, be well, be healthy, find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half of what?
Year 2022.
Here we go, he did it again, he said it again. People, remember, we love you. Have an amazing, great night. Sweet dream, Mr. ENORTAP. Thanks so much.
Good night, Hockey Nation. Good night, Coach.
Thank you so much. We want to thank everybody. Nicolas de Bono. Happy birthday again. Congratulations, Rudolph. An amazing, great night to see you, my friend. Kelly, congratulations again. Nick, Z, new member, new subscriber. Thanks so much to be a part of the show tonight. Luc Laportine, thanks to be with us. Danny T, the captain, all the moderators of the Hockey Nation show. An amazing, great night with us. We thank you so much for your participation tonight, the Hockey Nation Live show. Pierre Martin, thanks so much. William, Roger Delaney, Eternel, Jerry Willett, Andy Kuiwula, Steve G, One with Kings, Luciano Graziano, Vinny James, 007. I think Vinny is 05 tonight. We don't tell anybody anyway. Game winning, and we miss you, buddy. Thanks so much, Bobby, to be with us. We saw Adam tonight. We have so many good people. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Look forward to seeing you, my friend, tomorrow night. Chicago Bear. Good night, buddy.